Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is November 24th, 2020, and this is episode 137. Today we're going to take a look at The Witcher, Fading Memories. This is number 1 of 4 from Dark Horse Comics, $3.99. All right, let's take a look at the cover real quick. Nothing too much to see action-wise, just kind of a silhouette of the Witcher, Geralt Rivera, and he's got something going on in the backgrounds. What it is, and you can't really tell, is sirens or mermaids attacking a sailor on a ship, and that's part of the story in this book. It is a very, I don't know what you call Moody's tale, and this is just the first one, pretty much the setup. So we'll see how it pans out over the next few issues. It is a recommend. I did enjoy this. I did one other arc of The Witcher, reviewed it a while back, maybe, I can't think, it's been a while now, maybe back in May or June, and did recommend that one as well. But this one is more intense. That one was more of a lighthearted tale, pretty much, with a special crate that you climbed into and it took you to different places. This one is more straightforward. And let's take a look at it real quick. Okay, we've got the story by Bartosz Setsbor. Hopefully I said that right. The art is by Ahmad Mir. And the art is very good in here, very moody, very dark. As you can see, this picture in here kind of gives you a preview of what we see inside the book itself. Now, this is based on novels by another gentleman. I don't know if we got it listed here. I don't see it. It's not popping out at me, but very popular book series made into a video game that's very popular, as well as a TV series on Netflix that also is very popular. So it starts out, the Witcher is riding through the woods, and he's kind of lamenting the fact that he hasn't seen a lot of work lately, a lot of action. And what we find out is this narration that's going along not only goes for him, but it goes for another gentleman that we'll meet up shortly. Okay. And this, he comes up, he thinks he's going to find some demons, and it turns out to be a couple of deer. So he rides into town looking for work. He's kind of teased a bit, kind of bugged, and he kind of just shuts them down and wanders off. As he's making his way to ride out of town, he is approached by a man, a fisherman, who happens to have all his fingers missing. But he offers some food to Geralt and tells him the tale of how he lost his fingers. Apparently, there's a tale of a pirate that wanted to marry a mermaid. When she said no, he got very angry, killed her, and then he wanted to kill all the mermaids or the sirens. If you remember, the sirens bring the sailors to the seas for their crash their ships upon the rocks. So what happens is the mermaids get revenge by attacking all the pirates, biting their fingers off so they can no longer hold a sword, biting the fingers off of the voyagers so they can no longer hold a rudder, and to bite all the fingers off the fishermen so they can no longer fish. So this fisherman wants to hire Geralt to go out and fish with him. He says that we will make a killing if we do it, and he's kind of thinking it over. He doesn't really want to do it. He kind of wants to do it, I guess, but also that's not really what he's all about. He wants to do the Witcher jobs. So as he is getting ready for the night at the lodge, the knock comes on the door, and he is summoned to another nearby town where there's some foglets going after the young boys in the town. And so he decides to take the job, and bids the fisherman goodbye, but says that he will return. And so on he goes to this village. As always when he goes into a village, the the citizens of the village know that he is a witcher, and they're very wary of him. As it just always, whenever he goes into a village, and he goes to talk to the mayor, and it's a she, and she kind of says like, "Oh, it's not a good time for witchers," and he says it's not a good time for woman rulers either. Touche. So she hires him to go after the foglets, and he goes into the there also point comes up is, well, you have a mage in the town. Why aren't you hiring the mage to go after the foglets? And she says, oh, he's in pursuit of more pleasant matters, so we don't know exactly what that means. So he goes off into the evening, sees the bog and the fogs coming up, and his special medallion starts to glow, so he knows danger is near. And the foglets come out, and he pretty much slaughters the whole lot of them. As he does, he feels like he's back in his place again. He is happy. He goes back, gets paid. He talks to the mayor and says, these foglets are going to be back. I'm almost certain. And she says, well, we don't have enough money in the coffers. If we need you again, we'll call you back. So he goes back, and I guess he was gone a while. He comes back to where the fisherman's house is on the shoreline there, and I guess he's realized he wants to help him, but he gets there, and the fisherman, just in despair and depression, has hung himself. So this grieves Geralt quite a bit, because he feels perhaps if I would have helped them, obviously, I would have kept this from happening. So actually the fisherman left him a touching note, and in the meantime he is once again summoned to come back to the city. The foglets have indeed reappeared, and he reads the letter. The last lines basically is, he has time now to look at the sky, and the fisherman looked up, and what he saw were dark clouds. And it's to be continued. So overall, a very good book. I don't think we really got anything else here to share with you Witcher-wise, or anything interesting that's popping out at me. We do have local comic shop day. I'm not sure exactly what that is or when that is, but that appears to be coming up soon. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this review of Fading Memories of The Witcher. There's 3 more issues to go. I will definitely be on it. I'm enjoying this. I enjoyed this one, so I think you'd like it too if you like The Witcher. And as always, I always hope you subscribe, hope you leave comments or likes, any of those great things. And I appreciate you stopping by the Temple of Tomes. As always, this is Indie Comics Jones from the Temple of Tomes, bidding you adieu.